Good evening, Virgos. Welcome to my channel, Spirit Now Incorporated. It's a pleasure to have you back with me this evening. I'm recording this on the evening of the 25th, and these energies are for the balance of October 2021, with the energies commencing from the new moon that we just had in Aries, the full moon. Pardon me, Virgo, the full moon that we just had in Aries on the 20th of October at 27 degrees Aries. Now for you, Virgo, this full moon happened in your 8th house of transformation. The 8th house is a very deep diving house of discovery of oneself. It's the house of death and rebirth. It's the house of transformation. It's the house of metaphorically, transforming areas of your life that you've been needing to review and or, revisit, perhaps for some of you Virgos. It can be uncomfortable, there's no question about that, but it is necessary, because without the transformation, without really looking at oneself and looking at the areas of our life that we need to transform, there is no transcendence, and without transcendence there is no growth. And without growth, it's like faith without action, it's dead. So very, very important to allow these transforming energies in these areas of your life to unfold, Virgo. It's a time where you're really looking at also your financial planning, perhaps looking at resources that you have with another, perhaps a spouse and or a former partner. Also looking at your, just financial planning. A lot of you Virgos, may also be looking at your working environments and how you need to change your working environments to be able to transform and increase a healthier realm of income for yourself, and again allowing those changes to happen, because if we don't allow them, or if we don't initiate them with Pluto in your 5th house where these changes are happening for you, the transformation will automatically happen, and that's when it can be uncomfortable, because the universe will do what is necessary, especially with Uranus and Taurus still very active until 2023. I mean, these are some serious heavy-hitting planets that are transforming these areas of your life, and if we don't take the initiative based on our intuition of making these changes when we're guided to do so, then the universe does it for us, and oftentimes that's very uncomfortable. So you're really needing to, look at where Pluto is highlighting these areas, and bearing in mind that as you transform, and allowing the transformations to happen, to be mindful and diplomatic, and allowing these areas to change for you, so that you can grow, so that you can heal, so that you can transform, from lack to abundance. Very, very important, Virgo. Very, very important. And that's what the planetary energies are suggesting and manifesting for you at this time, with this full moon in Aries. That full moon in Aries, which was squaring Pluto, the planet of transformation, which packs a powerful punch, is really asking you to take a look at yourself and what you want. Who are you today? Getting you back to who you are today is like returning to who you were 13 years ago. It's asking you to transform and really look at who you are, Virgo. That's what these energies are asking. So let's commence the balance of this forecast with the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And we're going to take a look, Virgo, at your recent past energies that you've been navigating through, as well as your current energies, and then of course your forthcoming energies, which will be for the balance of October 2021, and also playing out into the first week of November to that new moon in Scorpio on the 4th of November. So let's take a look, Virgo. What's Virgo be navigating through, and how can we add some clarification for these transformations that Virgo is looking at within their inner realms and outer realms of their life? Let's take a look. cards are too big for my hands. I do love this deck though. All right, Virgo, I'm going to just cut the deck. I'm going to take a look at what's happening in your most recent past energies that you've been navigating through, Virgo. We have the vulture spirit. And when it's in the upright, it is suggesting that nothing is wasted. In the reverse, it's suggesting that you have been going through some wasted time. Perhaps you've wasted time in some areas of your life. Again, this forecast may not resonate for all of you Virgos, but for some of you, I suspect it will. And this, you know, the areas of life that this might be referring to for you Virgos will be different for all of you, because you're all born at, you know, different times and different dates and different places and years of the world. But the symbolic message is the same. The energy is the same, and the energy is suggesting that perhaps you've wasted some time, Virgos, in some areas of your life, personally and or professionally. That's what your recent energies are indicating. Your current energies are indicating that slow and steady wins the race. The turtle spirit. Now, it did come up in the reverse. This is what it looks like in the upright, Virgos. I hope you can see it. It's rather difficult, I think, with the muted colors. But slow and steady does win the race, which is definitely indicative of turtle's energies. They're very solid. Now, for you, it's come up in the reverse. And again, playing off your recent past energies of perhaps you've wasted some time, you know, now you're needing to go slow and steady in your current energies to win the race that you want to win for yourself. Again, whether this is in reflection of, you know, a working environment or a personal environment, you're needing to move slowly and steady to win that race for you, of whatever that means to you. I'm feeling very strongly that for a lot of you this is personally related. Changes that you're needing to make within perhaps how you know, negotiate with others, knowing that, you know, you coming from a higher elevated form of consciousness is the healthiest way to navigate any energies forward, because that is supported ultimately by the divine. And so in doing so, you are aware that slow and steady wins the race, but you're frustrated with it. You're very frustrated with it. And you're probably frustrated with yourself because you know you've wasted time. Again, whatever that means to you. As are indicated by these energies in the reverse. You're feeling that, you know, you've wasted time in some capacity. And I can't, you know, get off of that for some reason, but whatever time has been wasted, you will have the ability to turn that around and find the way to move forward in a slow and steady manner that you're feeling very frustrated with right now because of, you know, perhaps you're being a little hard on yourself. And you'll be able to, once you release the anger within yourself or the frustration, release that energy so that you can become clear. Let's see what your forthcoming energies are indicating. We have the owl spirit. Now that's what it looks like in the reverse, Virgo. It did come, I'm sorry, in the upright, Virgo. That's what it looks like in the upright. And it did come up in the reverse. And it has the number 43, which reduces to a 7. And 7 is a numerical symbol of, you know, feeling battled, or feeling, you know, a lack of energy to battle and unable to see clearly as to how to navigate forward. That's how you're feeling right now in your forthcoming energies. You're feeling very stuck, which isn't surprising considering that you're feeling frustrated with the delays that perhaps you know, were impeded with, whether they were self-induced or induced by others. But you're feeling that there has been time wasted either by your own doing or by others doing, and you're feeling the result of that by, you know, what you want to manifest is moving, you know, very slowly, even though, you know, slow and steady wins the race. You're feeling very frustrated, and it's impeding your vision. You know, you're not able to see forward. You're not able to see very clearly at your current energies. And that full moon in Aries that we just had, that was a powerful full moon, and not a kind one at that. So whatever you were nurturing in the 2 or 3 or 4 weeks prior to that, if it was not coming from a healthy place of elevated consciousness and diplomacy, then that full moon hindered you. It didn't help you. I'm sorry to have to relay that message, but I'm just being honest. You have to find a way to turn these energies around, and if I may suggest, the best way to do that is to let go. Let go. Go within yourself. Look for some quiet time. Meditate. Pray. Ask the galactic consciousness, the galactic spirits in the universe to help you find the clarity that you need to no longer be wasteful of any time that you have wasted in the past. That's instinctively how I'm feeling to relay this message. So let's clarify these energies. Virgo, don't feel alone. A lot of the zodiacs have been going through very, heavy times. I mean, these have been heavy planetary energies for the, since 2008 in particular, and specifically in the last 2-3 years. A lot of heavy energies to navigate through in one's personal and professional life. So don't feel singled out. But we're going to clarify what these energies are meaning for you, Virgo, with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And let's start off with your most recent past energies of where you feel you've wasted time in some areas of your life. Perhaps with people, you've wasted time with people, that you thought would be beneficial but weren't. I'm feeling that as well. Let's take a look and see if we can get some details to narrow this down a little bit for you, Virgos. Now, to clarify the Vulture Spirit, Virgo, the first card out we have is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands came up in the reverse, and that's telling me that the changes you want to make, you didn't make them. It's confirming the time that you've wasted. You didn't take action on something that you wanted to change in your life, and as a result, now you're angry with yourself. That's what the intuitive feeling of this energy is that I'm picking up for you, Virgos. The wands are typically, when they're in the upright, they're taking action. And the 5 numerical Roman numeral number is a number of change. But you didn't make those changes, and so now you feel that you've been wasting time, or that you have wasted time in some capacity. Again, however this resonates in the arenas of your individual lives, Virgos, only you will know that. Personally or professionally. So clarifying that 5 of Wands in the reverse, we have the 5 of Swords. Now that came up in the upright, and this is an energy of battle. And no doubt, you feel like you wasted time being in battle with something or someone. That could be another storyline that's going on here for some of you Virgos, that you've been in a battle with someone. You feel that it's been, a waste of time for you. As a result, you decided not to take further action because you felt, perhaps depleted to do so. And yet you're feeling very much that the battle is still ongoing, and it's playing into the slow and steady wins the race. You're wanting it to move forward, but it's not, because there was some change that you were perhaps needing to make in your personal or professional life, and you chose not to do so, and now there's a delay. That's what I'm picking up, energetically speaking. Let's take a look at your current energies of this turtle spirit. And we have the 6 of Cups in the upright. Now that's beautiful. That's positive to see. It is a nurturing energy. I'm feeling very strongly that some of you Virgos are, taking some time, as I mentioned earlier, to look within yourself, where you wasted time perhaps battling with somebody and you feel it was just a waste of time, or that you should have taken action on something with, you know, someone in your home environment and didn't do so to, you know, allow a change to happen, perhaps to, you know, increase your well-being in some way, your security. And, you know, you've decided to walk away from this for the moment and do some self-nurturing within yourself, which is what is indicated by this energy of the Six of Cups. You're giving yourself love, and you're asking Spirit to love you in spite of perhaps not listening to Spirit as perhaps the Spirit wanted you to and didn't. And now you're coming into a healthier energy of knowing that that's where perhaps, you know, a slight derail happened for you, where you were to nurture yourself and you didn't. You know, you wasted some time, or somebody wasted your time by battling with you. So you're going back within yourself, slow and steady, and you're re-nurturing yourself. To clarify the Six of Cups, we have a card of victory. Beautiful, Virgo. By going back within and nurturing yourself slowly and steadily, you're victorious in doing so, and you're moving forward victoriously to that which you want to change in your life, personally or professionally. So this is very, very beautiful to see. Very, very positive, very strong, and you're rebuilding your securities as indicated by the Six of Wands. You're rebuilding your securities. So here where you wasted time and, you know, you were unable to move forward with your wands in the reverse, you couldn't take action, by going within yourself and doing some healing and some nurturing work and some reorganizing to know that you had to walk away from the past that wasn't serving you, you are now moving forward victoriously, as is indicated by the Six of Wands in the upright. You're riding towards victory of whatever that victory is for you, Virgo, within a home environment or perhaps an employment environment to better yourself. You are doing so, and this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now in your current energies, where some of you are riding into, you know, the unclarity of your future, you're not quite sure what that is, but you're still moving forward, and you're doing so beautifully by loving yourself and allowing the divine to love you with the Six of Cups in the upright. You'll be able to eventually see where you're going, where maybe you can't right now. And to clarify that, Owl Spirit, excuse me, we have the World in the reverse. And again, it's just indicating that some of you, you know, Virgos are not knowing, you know, what your world is going to hold for you, but you are still choosing to ride forward victoriously because you are allowing the divine to love you, and you are nurturing yourself, as is indicated by the Six of Cups. So even though you're still not quite sure and still can't see very clearly where you're going, you are still moving forward, internally and externally, and that's beautiful. Very, very beautiful to see. Now to clarify the World card in the reverse, we have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is indicating that some of you Virgos are feeling trapped. It's confirming that you can't see clearly, as the Owl Spirit indicates, because you have this blindfold on and you're feeling all tied up. You're feeling like in this mental prison of not knowing, you know, what to do next, where to go. The key is to stay focused on nurturing yourself so that you can be victorious in releasing yourself from what you feel trapped in. That's what I am picking up in this message. For a lot of you Virgos, you're feeling, you know, trapped. You can't see clearly. You know, your whole world feels like it's upside down, which is indicated by it being in the reverse. The key, Virgo, to getting out of this mess that you have either, you know, found yourself in or somehow got yourself tangled up in, knowingly or unknowingly, the key is to let go. To let go by loving yourself, reviewing, reflecting re-nurturing yourself, allowing spirit, elevated form of consciousness, tapping into that through meditation or prayer to help you move forward to be victorious. And so even though your world may feel upside down right now and you're feeling trapped because of that unclarity, you will still move forward victoriously in the changes you wish to make in your life. This is very positive. It's uncomfortable and it's challenging, but you can navigate positively through this, if I may suggest, to take the suggestions that I am suggesting for you, Virgo. That's the way to get through this. Now I want to clarify the balance of this forecast with a card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck for a final message for you, Virgos. And what is the final outcome? What is the final message for Virgos on this spread for the balance of October 2021, leading into the new moon of Scorpio, November 4? What are the final messages? Thank you for the clarity. All right, Virgos, just cutting the deck. The final message for the outcome of this forecast is riding the wave. Now, Virgos, it did come up in the reverse, and you know, again, it's just suggesting that a lot of you Virgos, you can see this card, it's of two dolphins, you know, if it's in the upright, they're riding the wave, they're being catapulted by the divine out of the stormy seas and flying high towards their new beginning. But in the reverse, they're feeling plummeted, they're feeling drowned by the wave. And that's how you're feeling with your world upside down and feeling imprisoned within your mind. You know, the swords are indicative of a mental prison you've put yourself in for wanting your world to be a certain way, but it isn't. And it's because you wasted time in some way in the past. You wasted some time for whomever this is resonating for, but you can turn this around, Virgos. You can, by going within, as I suggested, in prayer and meditation, or, you know, the galactic consciousness, the universe, the creator, whatever name you want to label it to make you feel comfortable with what I'm sharing with you. It's important to do that, to come from an elevated form of consciousness, because to stay stuck in the old way of thinking, which is what this Eight of Swords is also suggesting, is just going to keep you imprisoned in something that is very, very unhealthy and is not blessing you in any way, shape, or form. Personally or professionally, work-related or home-related, or both. However it resonates for you, Virgos, it's going to be different. But the way to get out of this, you know, unrest is to focus on love and healing and positivity. And then you will be victorious in moving forward, as is indicated in your current energies, that you can take into your forthcoming energies so that you can ride the wave in a positive manner and allowing the divine to carry you, as opposed to, you know, drowning in your own sorrows, which is what this would be suggesting in the reverse, and keeping you imprisoned in the past and mental anxieties, sleepless nights. Let it go. Let it go, Virgos. Whatever this means for you, personally or professionally, walk away and go within and heal, and then you will be victorious, and you'll be able to ride the wave towards your heart's desires. Very, very important to do. These are the key elements to stay focused on right here. The Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. Love and victory. Healing and victory. Wholeness and victory. Moving forward and victory. That's what's to stay focused on, Virgo. And the only way to do that is to walk away from the past, from anything or anyone that has hindered you from the past. That's the only way to do it. Because new blessings can't come in when we hang on to the old. So please, please, please bear that in mind. And I hope you take my suggestions. Certainly you have free will. What you do is up to you. But I highly suggest, if this forecast is resonating for any of you Virgos out there, is to be still and know that the divine will carry you as soon as you allow the divine to do so. And stop battling the demons by yourself. Let the demons go from the past or the recent past. Let them go, personally or professionally, and move forward into your victory. Don't forget, Virgo. Until I see you again at the end of the month, Virgo, with your November forecasts, be still and know that the divine has your back, as long as you allow the divine to have your back. And then you can turn these negative energies around for you and turn your world back victoriously in the upright, where it belongs. Don't forget that, Virgo. Go within and allow the divine to help you, and you'll be able to transform beautifully and ride towards your victory right here. Thank you for joining me, Virgo. Thank you to all of you Virgos that like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It definitely helps it to grow. I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of all of your support. And know that I will hold you in light and love and healing and all good things, because you're a beautiful spiritual being having a human experience, learning from the mistakes of the past, releasing yourself from that which no longer serves you, loving yourself in the throes of that, and riding victoriously towards your new beginning to change your world back into the upright. That's what you want to do, Virgo. Be still and know, Virgo. We'll see you soon. Spirit 9 Incorporated signing off for now. Good night.